Hello, everyone. I finally was checking some Solasta 2 subreddit that doesn't exist. It's actually still the Crown of the Magister, so which is Solasta 1. They're just it's kind of the same thing that happened in Baldur's Gate 3 when it was early on. I believe it was in the Baldur's Gate community on Reddit, and then there was some heated arguments about stuff, and finally it got its own subreddit. But yeah, I don't think Solasta 2, I don't think Solasta is a big enough, excuse me, got some belching. I don't think Solasta is a big enough game to need its separate subreddit quite yet, especially this far in EA. Anyway, and I will probably later this week be looking up, see if anyone's making build videos or anything. And I would like to go through and test some other things now that I have more knowledge of the game. Also learned something very important today. Well, yesterday now, but after I got off, when I had went to town and sold stuff, I realized he had plate armors for sale again, and I was like, oh, how did I not realize this the multiple times I'd played? Well, because I wasn't able to go back to town on the first run once I went in the temple, so I didn't do a lot of the side content. And the second run where I cleared everything, I just don't think I went to town. Like, you don't really have a reason to go to town other than something specific you're buying. There's something in the story where you have to go back to town, but and talk to Rickard, and I think you don't talk to Anastasia or whatever her name is again. Anyway, when I was doing my testing runs up to like level 3, 3.5, I don't think none of my testing runs got up to 4 after I did those first 2 groups. So I don't know if I ever just had paid attention, but knowing that you can just get more. I just looked up from Mike, and I realized this looks like some kind of like a smiley face and eyes right here. I don't know. Looks weird, like it's a cartoon dog or something. Anyway, I need to test some more stuff. I haven't tested Rogue really, and I know I'm making this ultimate party without full testing of everything, but I can't go through and I mean, yeah, there's only 6 classes, and there's only 13 subclasses, I think, because clerics have 3. But I don't think I feel like I need to test the court mage. I did play a court mage in that first DLC when it came out for part 1. They were super overpowered, and that's what helped me get through Cataclysm on that DLC. They were able to shield other people like 50 hit points or something. It was so crazy. I don't remember what it was. It was just really powerful to be a mage tank. That's what helped me get. Alright, YouTube's good. Just move this along. Just reminder, I'm trying not to talk too much at the beginning, unless it's game specific stuff. Now I know that sleep will give auto criticals, which I knew before I started this run for the stream. And I know that the rogue one, you can get sneak attack on spells. I probably will be cantrips for that. I assume it's going to be like Ether Warden, where I only had, even with Magic Initiative Wizard, I only had like 3 level 1 spells. So yeah, that wasn't that useful. But I was like, oh, I could try to make a couple of 2. Now that I know you can get more plate mail, so I was like, I could make a fighter, and instead of going 2-handed fighting halfling like I did the first run, now that I know a lot more about the game, I could make a 2-hander and make like another one that's dual wielding. Get the run 2 commanders or whatever, so I can alternate advantage through multiple rounds, because you use their bonus action to shout or whatever, and gives everyone in 30 feet range advantage on their next attack. But you don't get extra attack. But there is now I can see I have a save, so I can see the feats available. The follow-up strike, I believe, which we'll be able to see those here shortly when I hit level 4. There are ways to get like some extra attacks. I think, is it great axes get cleave? I need to check what that is, but I can't do that. I can't test it on this run, which is fortunately, like I said, I have saves from some of the other runs, like 2 or 3 saves for each one. Not for every one I did, but the first time through, I got a couple saves. Second time through, I got a couple saves. Third one, and like I said, my second one, I didn't actually do the temple because I already knew it was the end of the game. Third one, I did. I feel like I got to level 4 on the third one, and then quit. Anyway, and then I did like another level 3 test. When I was just testing different builds, alterations for this party, different stats, different builds. Normally it was just 1 or 2 things that I was changing, but getting to level 3 wasn't that long, an hour and a half, couple hours. But I want to try a fighter. I also might try sorcerer with paladin to see if how well you can get smite to work. So I don't know if you noticed, the whole reason I was going with heavy armor is and shields for everything is because you're going to get hit first few rounds. You can't kill stuff fast enough, so everything, like I said at the beginning of all this first stream, when I talked for like 50 minutes, the number of mobs, and sometimes they get advantage, especially later on, we haven't seen it yet so far much here, is they get 2 attacks per turn. So then they are rolling crits all the time. So they're bypassing your crit immunity, we don't have crit immunity, so they're bypassing our armor class. So you have to have hit points, and you have to have armor class for the other hits, because you can't let something crit you, then 2 other guys hit you, right? But with a fighter class, you could go 2-handed fighting. You could use the plate mail for 18 AC, and you lose the shield, but you can take the defensive fighting style, so you'll still be running around with 19. I was like, The problem is, you could still have a shield equipped in a one-hander on your second weapon slot, but you wouldn't have, so you'd be like a great axe in one hand, one slot, and then longsword shield in the other or something. But then you don't have any ranged attacks. So I was like, that really would benefit maybe going elf for the extra 5 movement speed, and then you have to worry about this opportunity attacks, and I'm gonna have to plan some things out, do some testing and stuff. And I was like, well, same thing with sleep is there's so many enemies and they don't like to group up that much, because there's normally multiple archers each fight, or range users, that most of those archers have lower hit points, like the 9 hit points or the 16 hit points. And I was like, I'd rather just have a couple people cast Guiding Bolt or Magic Missile or Scorching Ray and take them out. Because a lot of times those archers, they're the ones that have the 2 attacks. So anyway, I was like, I'm not sure. Then you have the second problem is the tanky guys, they have like 16 AC, like Skeleton Knights have like 18 or some shit. It doesn't matter how much damage you do if you ain't hit nothing. So it's like, well, I'd really want, if I had 2 heavy hitting fighters, I'd need 2 people to put shit to sleep. But how do I do that and also get someone to bless? Because sleep's concentration, I believe. So you can't bless and concentration both. So I don't know. I might run through a different party test to try a more melee combat situation and see if we can get a couple attacks. But like I said, right now, if you can get the attack value, or especially if you can come out of ambush, you can use Scorching Ray, Thunderwave Shatter, good for AoE. Battle Clerics get the shield, which is handy. The Magic Missile, which is always handy. Scorching Ray, although they don't really need that as much because they have Guiding Bolt, but and then they get Shatter, so and then they also get Healing Word, so if someone goes down, you can actually someone incapacitated, distance 60 feet, plus bless. As a cleric, they're just so fucking powerful. Anyway, I did go back and play this morning. So this save we finished off at around 8:40, and I have a save This is the save. We ended at 850. So I came back like an hour later and went to town and sewed. And I did actually get I think this was just like a little bit of money encounter, moral map encounter. Oversaved my past save, overwrote it. And then I got into a small fight with like 5 guys while I was walking around, which was enough to level up. So I tested it just to verify my level 4 stuff. The fight was over pretty quick, like 5 minutes. And then, yeah, that was it. I didn't save it. But I feel like there was something besides selling stuff, hitting level 4, noticing the armor. So if you wanted to make 4 armor users, plate armors, you just need 4 characters of 15 strength. So maybe something like fighter, paladin, battle cleric would be okay, because maybe we don't need a sorcerer. We could run the paladin, or we could run paladin sorcerer for smites. I'm not sure. And on the cleric, you can always take magic, initiative, wizard, and take the sleep spell, and then you can cast it with your own spells, right? So maybe you have the paladin do stuff. But yeah, I need to test fighter, and I need to test rogue, and test paladin sorcerer, because I don't think high level paladin is the right choice. Okay, so I'm actually going to start back off where we were. We had rested. Not 12 minutes, that's not too bad, because we were talking strategy of the game and doing different builds, so I'm not upset about that at all. Let's see, we had got the Warhammer, the mace, we got the extra mace here as backup. Yeah, I did try to get rid of these things in town, still can't get rid of them. I am going to stock up on ether pearls and potions if I need them. Anyway, so this guy, that's one thing that someone had posted, and I probably could read the Steam discussions too, is there's no way to get your favor up to buy those the magic shields and stuff. Now there is the one about turning this. So very early there was that one where we fought the lions, and then I told you could fight the the guards from town that coming after the spy, but we defended the spy, and I had to roll the save because I said I didn't want to do that fight because I didn't feel like going outside to rest and coming back, right? So I save scummed it. But you do get more stuff. But if you take the guard side, someone said you do get a little bit of faction, but you don't ever get it. No one has been able to figure out a way to get the faction up high enough to buy shit. So because they do have a set of leather +1, which would be handy for the sorcerer. But unless this class took, if I went 16 charisma, I would have to go 15 strength to wear plate mail, so I'd pretty much have to drop dexterity. Might even have to change my background to get one with strength and charisma. I don't see this character wearing plate mail even if I had taken a level of paladin, but I could swap him over to half plate. So this is the thing, is if you have the dexterity, the half plate's only 1 less. Alright, but it's half as much money, because we don't have infinite money really. And that's the other problem, is even though you can buy 2 more plate mails, yeah, you'd have to pretty much clear the map out before going to the story quest, before you get the money for it. Unless we sewed everything. Alright, anyway, so the next 20 minutes is going to be us hitting town. You know what? I want to say, well, we'd already done everything over here, right? I feel like, yeah, didn't I make a save before I came over here? Yeah, I did a save and I came over and checked this shit out, right? So, oh, that's what it was. I came back here and charted all this. Yeah, that's what I did. Alright, No, I'm not doing all that again. It takes a while. Let's we'll take it from here. This is after I sewed everything. And I was going to redo it all, but no. So the only difference is here is, sorry, go on. I'm not worried about this. Yeah, I'm not worried about this. I might reload this and then quickly cast a shatter. That'll just give you a warning about the stealth. Oh, I can't go to my inventory because she's a... So, we got 50 more XP from where we left off, and that was from turning in that mushroom quest at the board. Yes, I think I got... Yeah, I think I picked up a diamond somewhere. Did like some random thing. So we have him pretty set up with just the backup bludgeon if we need it for skeletons. Nothing really changed here. We do have enough money if we wanted to. Well, now that we have this diamond. But there is one other item I know I'm going to be buying. I'm going to load the game, just to give you all a warning. And I'm going to try to quickly cast Shatter over here on this group. But it is going to have that stupid fucking sound go off. I didn't know whose character I grabbed. I just wanted to get it over with as quick as possible. So yeah, that was the other thing I did. It was the armors were for sale. I had sold everything in town. I turned in the quest. I explored all the shit up here. And I think this was a random, I think this is a static fight that... I think someone said that you can get the key, maybe for up here if you've read a book or something. That doesn't look like a key. Someone said there was a cave you could enter, or an area you could enter if you had read a book. Yeah, I don't think I've been to this map before, but I don't remember there being a cave. Might be a different one. I'm not going to worry about it. Like I said, there are some things I'm sure I have not seen yet. So, yeah, this is a static fight. You get this couple casters here. Oh, right, I don't get to do anything. Never mind. Our initiative isn't high enough to really do anything here, so... Trying to get these casters down. Luckily, the big ones. Okay, that worked. 3 shatters took out two people. Got him like halfway. Yeah, I'm just gonna assume that quick into this bug. So I've been taking advantage of it for like 3 runs or whatever. But I'm not gonna do it anymore because we also know now it's breaking our shit. And somehow that didn't get seen there. classes is too high. If I can get close enough to target this guy. Yeah, the fin. He's gonna have cover if I do that. I'll risk it because I need to get this guy out of the way. 26 damage. Okay. Jeffa might be able to kill him, but she's gonna be not that close. Yeah, she's gonna take an opportunity attack as she moves. No, oh no, they didn't sense her. Okay, well, I'll be able to get over here. Oh, that sucks. I'm like one fucking movement of being able to get so they can't cast.
Reaches out for you.
I have seen a character roll 3 1s in a row, so you know, I've seen multiple like 20s or 1s, and seldom I've seen 3 in a row. Oh, that's nice, nice. Just take him right out.
Shake it off! Nayorka, evil, Malnus!
Okay, missile overpowered. Hit him and risk hitting, but why take 65% chance to kill him when I can just guarantee a kill?
Arcana, Evo, Malnus!
Okay, just to reiterate what I had done on those saves for 30 minutes. That one, the 1019 from 1007 from when I got into this encounter, that was just me doing the encounter, and I didn't save it and looking at level 4 stuff, so you can ignore that. So we went from, I think, 946-ish, we'll say 45, because I don't know when it did autosave, to 1007. It's about 20 minutes to... about 20 minutes to run over to town, sell everything, go through the vendor stuff. I think I went and looted everything on the other side of the map. Yeah. Or looked at it at least. It was mostly me looking to make sure there was nothing at the vendor I could get. Both vendors. Or it was just potions and a revive pearl, so I was like, yeah, I'll get that later if I need it. And then, like I said, I got like some little walking around, search this thing, got like a diamond out of it, or some money. Yes, this is my very initial start at the game, and this was Temple Exit. I actually had another save where you have to make a decision inside the temple of which enemies you want to side with or kill. Then I did my evil party, which was not really that evil. I was just checking some of the different dialogues. That was Ran Life Cleric and Battle Cleric. And then this was 2 Battle Clerics, the Fighter and the Sorcerer, and then this was with test with the current party, basically. And that must have been the end of that one. Yeah. So, I've mentioned this before. There is a bug that, for some reason, your stats change. So in the very first run, my Rogue Wizard, even though I didn't have a level 4 feat, went from 16 to 17 intelligence, couldn't figure it out. On my other runs, after taking level 4, at some point, my stats go back down to 17. I think I tested it and it worked, but I'm not 100% sure. But it's possible we just lose that modifier. So the feat I like here, and there isn't that many options, but just real quick going through the this one looks interesting because you can use, I think, as a great crossbow. Yeah, so longbows have slowness, and crossbows have push. So they both kind of keep stuff away from you, but this one, like, I think would work when you push them. And it doesn't work with spells, it's only for stuff. And this only increases your strength, so if you're dex based, it's not going to help. Whenever you push a target, they take additional 1d4 bludgeoning damage per 5 feet of base push distance. I was like, well, this actually would be interesting to have, like, I assume you'd max out athletics, have a high strength, and take this. So if you started with 17 strength and you took this, but it's not guaranteed you're going to always push stuff, right? I mean, you could take this with a crossbow build. I just don't know why you would, because you'd be not getting to push your dexterity up. So yeah, the greater push pushes them, is increased by 10 feet, and then whenever they take stuff, so generally shove is 10 feet. And then, so they would take 1d4 bludgeoning damage per 5 feet. So if you push them with this feat, you should push them 20 feet away, if there's room. And they would take 44 bludgeoning damage, which is better than, you know, Warhammer's 1d8. So in theory, it should do more damage, but like I said, I mean, it's not going to do anything against stuff like specters or mobs that are immune to being pushed, like that giant crab or something. I don't know how useful this would be. It would be handy to have one person have it. I don't know. This is what I was taking on my archer, and I take this on the sorcerer. This one also looks pretty cool. Like if we were a build like we are now, but had dexterity instead of wisdom. Actually, yeah, I think our to hit is based on our strength. So yeah, attacking at long range doesn't impose disadvantage. Only thing is I think javelins might be a little bit longer, but like axes and daggers, they don't have a long throwing range. So yeah, no disadvantage when attacking long range. Being within 5 feet doesn't impose disadvantage, so it's both nice. And when you take the attack action with a thrown weapon and your other hand is free, that means you wouldn't be able to use a shield. You could have a shield on the other weapon set though, your melee weapon set, and then have like a ranged weapon set where you just have a throwing axe or javelin or whatever, and then perform an extra attack as a bonus action using that same weapon. So this is another thing like, oh, but again, all these, like the push one, you're not gonna be able to do it on certain targets. You still have to be able to get the check to go through. You know, are you gonna be able to the push at Eden or Eden? I still don't know how to pronounce it. Are you gonna be able to push a Spectre? Yeah, we're probably not gonna be able to push that shit. And if it's trash shit or general humans, would we be better off just fucking smacking them? So this one, yeah, you get to attack twice. So this is another way to attack twice. But again, you have to get to level 4 with these builds without AOE. Yeah, that's one of the problems with this. Is the reason why my parties I feel is good, because well, I don't have to worry about armor class. I don't have to worry about a lot of resistances because not many things. I think that one Crass and Knot guy we fought in the last stream was the only guy I've came across that's resistant to force damage. So we know we can always, even if something has like 90 hit points, we can just throw magic missiles at it until we run out of spells, right? And battle clerics also get their 2-channel divinities, which gives them a lot of flexibility in that they can use it for their decisive strike, force, smite, twice per rest, or they can use it for healing. Because remember, this fighter builds or whatever we do the throwing expert on is not going to have... Actually, I wonder if this would work with sneak attack. That could be interesting. But you can't get this feat in multi-class, so you'd either have to go pure rogue or do fighter. Now, so this is the one for two-handed fighting. So it's basically like Great Weapon Master was in the past. I was reading that someone said this does full damage. It's not 1d4. It's currently bugged. But you can run 18 strength, so you're still looking at 1d4 plus 4. So, I mean, it's similar to like having a light hammer or something as a bonus attack. So I like this one for our 2 battle clerics with 10 decks because 1, we get to increase our ability score, any choice. 2, initiative expertise means we get plus twice of our proficiency plus 2, so we get plus 4 since we only have 10 dexterity. That's equivalent of 18 dexterity, right? Very handy also if you get surprise. You don't, even if you have disadvantage, plus 4 kind of makes up for it. So that helps, and then increasing the speed since they're the ones that want to go tank, right? Even though I have one of them normally in cast bless, but this one looked really cool at the beginning, but it only works if you're above them by 10 feet, and I was like, no. These are from Solasta 1. They're just give you save proficiencies. I almost went this one with my sorcerer, but there's no counter spell, so the bottom thing doesn't help. We don't really cast a melee that much as I got better at the game. And the somatic components, you know, as long as they allow us to free action swap back and forth, they don't really need that. That's why I took uncanny accuracy, because it gives you removes cover to increase our chance to land Scorching Ray, and cantrips. Because we are going to have some fights later on where we are going to be casting a lot of cantrips because they're going to be long, long fights. Yeah, so this one you can use any melee weapon that doesn't have two-handed or heavy property as if it had light property. So basically you could use long swords or warhammers, I think, or battle axes, and dual wield them. So this one also a decent ranged option, but again, I didn't feel like stuff was getting up close to me that much as an archer. It does allow you to shoot and then run away, kind of like mobile. Was it mobile feat currently? And the last one, if you, a lot of times I'd have my archer as the ambusher, but in this one says if you miss, it doesn't reveal your location. But I don't know if it would reveal other people's or if it would start to fight. Anyway, we're going to take the movement speed and the initiative. You know, being able to hit first, pretty powerful. So it's kind of like a mini alert also. Even though this is based on D20s, actual D&D rolls instead of Baldur's Gate 3's. Crappy initiative. There's really nothing here that we need. I don't even think light works properly. This is a concentration. You really would never use a main action for it. Maybe spare the dying, but we have, you know, 3 people that can heal, so even in longer fights, I would just hopefully would be bringing more healing potions. And also it burns a main action, so we don't really have the wisdom for that, so we just take guidance. I mean, I don't know what else to do. I mean, we could take Sacred Flame. Well, ignoring the cover, so I mean, we could throw our axe. We're going to get 1d6 plus 4 from our strength, and we're going to have a higher to hit. Well, I mean, with the if they are behind cover, it would be the same to hit our chance. Depend on their deck save, but I just can't see ever using it. But you know, we don't really need 3 people with guidance. Let's take Spirit of Dying. Maybe it comes into play. And we're going to most definitely want to change our spells because it's also going to try to give us blind again. Yeah, I mean, there's just really nothing for us to take. We're just going to take protection from evil and good for when we fight the undead. There's a giant undead fight, and this will probably be more useful than anything else we can cast. Now, let's go over to caster stuff. You have this one. It's okay, but I don't think we really need it. There's concentration, which only does con. So, unfortunately, when I first played through the game, I didn't realize these things were going to just add +1 to a stat. So, I didn't look at the feats beforehand. So then I was like, oh, well, I gave all my characters even stats, so all these feats don't fucking work for me. So I ended up taking ability improvement for my main stats for the 3 characters I could. Anyway, this, I mean, we have good armor class, so I don't feel like this is that needed. Plus, everyone's got decent constitution. This one, not very useful. Sounds like, oh, your ranged attacks with both weapons and spells ignore half cover and 3/4 covers. 3/4 gives, I believe, +5 to their AC, and half gives 2. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's really powerful when it applies. I mean, you could also take some of these, but these don't give +1 skills. They're just starter feats. For this, I would take either Dazzle if you feel like you need a bonus action escape, or Ray of Frost. Because of my previous sorcerer runs, I was taking Transmuted, so I didn't really need different types, but this does give them the hindered condition, so. I don't have my list up here of what spell I take. No, I think I take a Chromatic Orb. I'm not taking these. Blur would be kind of okay, but I wouldn't waste a level 2 spell slot on that. I don't need any of these. I did like first time I got Life Drain. I was like first time I cast, I got a 20 and I got like a nice amount of hit points, temporary hit points. But every time after that, it wasn't that great. Yeah, I think we just take Chromatic Orb. Alright, level 4. And as I was showing you, what reason I went with this save, not because I wanted to skip going to the town part, because I'm pretty sure I explored all of the yeah, this just takes like 10 minutes, it feels like, to go explore the mountain. So I had double checked like everything in this area, and I was exploring all this, and I had hit that automatic thing. I think I haven't been here, and then we got these 2 fights down here, so let's do this first. Alright, so this was where the kobold was, so we do this first. There's really one I need in this. I know it spawns in this area. No, we're gonna force march. So if we didn't kill that Eden earlier, we would have had that fucking motherfucker spawning all the time. We went through there. I don't really want to do a force march, but I'll show this to you, but we're not gonna pass it. I've only been able to do it once. 4 fucking checks in a row. And they get progressively harder. And it costs 5 gold to do it. For some reason, if you cast Guidance again, your thing goes down. I don't know. Alright, 50% chance. You know what? We'll cast this, but I don't think it does anything. I almost always fail the third or fourth one, so you just end up spending $5 and you're wasting a minute. Yeah, I did a fight with exhaustion once. It's not good. Okay, so here's what we got. We got this fight, the camp, and then we're gonna start the story, which will be doing this camp, going back to town, and then the next one I think is here, somewhere over here. Get rid of our exhaustion before we do anything else. Yeah, exhausted 3. This stuff gives you some really negative stats. So let's walk around until we can get rid of it. Exhausted. Okay, one more. That's because I was trying to get the stupid Bach. The only reason that we got all this exhaustion was because I was trying to get this fucking Bach thing. I haven't been able to get through all the runs I've done. This is automatically going to go in the sound thing. I'll just turn it off, or try to hurry up and do something. I'm sorry, just warning you, it's going to have that stupid fucking bug. Yeah, this one's always the fucking same. Most of these guys have no hit points, so it's a pretty easy one. Wow, these guys also have a tendency to throw those fucking pearls. I don't think anything's in range to. This actually works in our favor. We can just AoE them right there.
Arcana, Evo, Malness! Ow!
Yeah, I'm not even buffing or doing anything for this shit.
Nayorka, Evo, Malness! Wow! You can take it. Alright, Evo Solasta.
And we don't need to change spells or anything. I'll just rest on the world map. Oh, right, I have to come across the bridge to do this. Oh, I need this. I can only pick one. That's 9, I have to force move. But this is the higher likelihood of the one that's the one I need. Alright, this is gonna be the Bimbles. Bim-bims or whatever. I just want this one to take a little bit longer. Alright, so we don't want to use up too much spell casting here, and this will make more sense later. There's 2 fights on this map. We don't want. I mean, we could rest after this one. We'll see how it goes if I need to use it. Guess only once per long. I did not need them separate. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and burn our spells, and then we will camp and then go do the other fight, which we most definitely want our spells for that. Growl. Okay. No, I'm going to do this because we rest, and then we can just rest on this quadrant of the or area of the map will be done, so we can just it won't matter.
Arcana
Oh, I didn't realize there was one here. Let's do that one then.
Arcana Evo Malmis!
Narite Evo!
You know, we need to make sure he dies.
Malmis! Nayoka Evo Malmis!
Yeah, I don't know why he's walking all the way around, but it's beneficial to us, so I don't care.
Arcana Narite Evo! Narite Evo!
Yeah, I
Malmis!
guess that should be so. I'm not gonna do a bunch of blessing and all that shit. We don't need it. And he won't survive long enough.
Arcana Evo Malmis!
Narite Evo Malmis!
I'm gonna have to look up what this bandit area someone was talking about behind a cave. I'm pretty sure it's not over here because I've tried. You can't walk back over here.
Narite Evo Uribe!
Yeah, you need that key for the other part upstairs. I will explain this fight once it starts, because the first time I was like, I wonder if it works this way, and I was like, probably, but let me test something else. And yeah, testing something.
How did
else.
I miss that?
Oh, I forgot about this.
Narite Evo Uribe!
Pretty sure there's like another one right here. They're all over the place, so I need to keep guidance up. Oh, you know, I think I know which one about the back of the camp, the one they're talking about. I think it was this one. That should be another magic rune right here. Maybe 3 or 4 more. Alright, well, guidance and this character with sleight of hand. Because last time I was trying to use the gloves and ended up only having 2 from dexterity. Okay, I know there's 2 more up here. Oh, we lost our guidance.
Hurricane Evo Uribe.
Alright, maybe I was wrong. Nope, there should be like one right here, I think. So there was one more. Alright. That's right, there is one more. I figured that weird shaped stone at the back of the caravan. Okay. Do that to our story character. I'm not going to pre-buff Bless, but I know what happens. This is a little bit of self-buff. So here's the deal. These specters, every single one of these things, or at least I went through like 7 or 8 of them, not just over here, up here, over here, over here, all the way over here, some more over here too. Yeah, they, if a specter or the boss goes and touches it, it will spawn a new specter. Well, I was over here killing, like, it took me a little while to get going because I don't think I had rested before this fight. I might have done this before the, or no, I had to do the other one to get the key, but yeah, I came up here without resting, I think, and had like half of my spells. And I was just killing specter after specter. And I was like, you know, after killing like 4 or 5 of them, I was like, maybe I should focus on him. It was fun. I mean, it was just testing stuff, and it seems that I don't know if there's an end to it, but most definitely, he was. I would be fighting a couple, 2 or 3 over here, and he'd go spawn another one, and so I'd kill 1 or 2, and then another one would fly up. So it was really annoying. So we most definitely need to get him as quick as possible. But I would have had to kind of cheat the encounter, knowing it existed, and left someone up there. So right now. And I did think about changing the sorcerer with, you know, the paladin sorcerer or even someone else, but I need a charisma character. And there's really only 2 options right now. And I don't think pure paladin's it. I was like, well, I can get by without the feat for level 4 probably. But it's hard to pass up that +1 DC and advantage. Yeah, I think we can go ahead.
Arcana Evo Malvis!
Now, he did get crappy initiative, so I don't think I can do anything, but I will try to kill these 2 at least. Oh, I guess any of them works. Yeah, this can go down quickly. Now, the specters, they take psychic, radiant, force, I think a couple more attacks. I guess I haven't killed, like, I've noticed that when I fight them, it shows the resistances later, so I don't know if you have to kill a certain number to get the information to pop up. But yeah, there was five damage types that they're not resistant to. They're immune to poison and necro. Resistance to all the elemental shit. And physical bludgeoning. slashing, piercing, all that. Yeah, I can't remember what the other two fucking damage types are. Force, psychic, radiance. Oh well. Yeah, they'd be resistant all that. I'd rather say for magic missile for this guy. So I've tried to bring hands these guys one time and it like turned around and hit my party and I was like, wait, what? Yeah, see, like it's all weird. Now, I don't know which way this guy's gonna go, so what I'm gonna do is have her come over here. I guess maybe I'll do like here. So if they come this way, I have a chance of hitting them. And then I'm probably gonna have her, yeah, head this way. Kind of split up the party a bit here. Alright, came over to us, so it actually works out well, so now we're just going to unleash on him first.
Arcana, Evo, Malvis!
So I have to make sure he goes out on this turn, so, I mean, it shouldn't be too hard to do. Right there. Well, I need to hit them. I also need to kill this guy first. So. And we can magic missile. No benefit of it is we don't take opportunity attack or disadvantage from shit being next to us. You know, I've never used this turn undead. I might do it. I mean, he's gonna die from Agnes's turn anyway, so. Okay. Might roll 2, so we'll do 3 there. I'll swap up on this guy. Okay. We can, in case he tries to move.
Arcana, Evo, Malvis!
Oh, we can identify with a short rest. feel like he's the one most likely to get hit with. They have lower AC. He's got force. Actually, I don't know if I should give the best stuff to the tank or the best stuff to the one that blesses. She has the highest chance to bless. I think I'm gonna give this to her. They shall have fire and force resistance. He's got necrotic, and I think I'll give him the poison as well. Wait, who was it that didn't have perception? The sorcerer? I know what, we'll just put this on the tank. We don't really need the money for it right now, but... yeah, the only person that needs that's already got it. Yeah, so other than this bot quest, like I said, through all these runs I've done, never fucking shown up. So now we've done the shit over here, done everything over here, we scouted everything over here, the harbor, we can't get any further past that. This area's all done. So both the side areas are done, this is done until the story stuff. So the only thing we got over here is this nasty fight. So what we're gonna do is go hit town and sell. So hoping walking through here might get me a little bit extra, but extra chance to get box thing, but maybe I'm just not gonna be able to get it. Maybe there's a certain class combinations or something where he doesn't show up. I don't know. Could be bugged. What was the other thing I did here? I know I walked up and did this. We already got that boat quest from him on stream. That was new to me. Alright, so javelins are max 120. And they have slow, where throwing axes have vex, which give you advantage. But they're only max 60 feet. So if you're going to make a throwing build, because throwing build does interest me. Yeah, spear is not shown as throwing. And daggers aren't either unless you take an actual throwing dagger. Alright, we don't need a great sword. I don't think we have any reason for this. So now we got plenty of money, right? This takes a while, but by the time you're level 4, you should have money. Yeah, so we're not selling that shit. I'll be able to sell that one. Now you can buy back stuff, but I think it's either time limited to like an hour or 10 minutes or some shit. Anyway, you can see the plate armors are back in stock, so then you know we've already bought 2. But this one, I feel like this is like the second best armor in the game, because maybe the best because you don't have to have any strength for it. Like this is 15, and this is 8. You need nothing. Is it really worth I mean, as long as you have 14 decks, which most characters are going to have unless you specifically are playing for plate armor. This guy didn't have anything we need. So there's some boots over at the camp from Jetpa, which we will be going to soon. But they're only like 1,000. I don't really feel like we need these potions right now, but they could be useful in the temple. Because like I said, once you get to a certain point in the temple, you can't explore the map anymore. You can get a circle of blasting, but I mean, it's got 1 charge. It's basically just a scroll of scorching ray. So I mean, it's the only thing we can actually make use of, though. Oh, this actually requires. No, we can't use this. I think you can buy 1 from the other shop, though. Do we need this for the end? I don't know. I got through it the first, or my second party. Or no, my first party, so. Yeah, if I was able to get through that whole thing with my first party, surely this party can handle it. I'd say it was great. This is probably the one about the cave that we're about to go do. Yeah, I just cannot get this fucking quest to pop up. I don't know what's up with it. So this fight, I've done once on that second run through. It was, can be annoying. I got really lucky the first like 3 rounds and didn't get hit with the debuff. But all we've got left, to my knowledge, is this camp. Well, that worked out. That's the way I was going. Alright, we'll try again. And already failed. Yeah, so there was so I think that one guy is north of this little mound. The guy that I needed to kill earlier. That I was wanting to do before the harbor. And there's always that, like, when you come out here, regardless if you do this one or this one, before you get to the bridge, I think is that one of these 3 spots, that bandit group's gonna hit you, like when you first come out this side. And then we hit that other group, like over here somewhere. That was the one where I was trying to get to the harbor, but I was looking for the Eaton and ran into the other group, so. Okay, we'll be okay here. Should we long rest first? No, we should be fine. I'm gonna take a break before we start this fight.
We're looking for a lost treasure.
Apparently, they used up all their provisions and then fought over whether to stay or go.
Some of them left, the others, well, killed by animals, it seems.
Animals? This poor soul was petrified.
Basilisks.
Keep an eye out for those beasties, everyone. Or
Yep.
should I say?
Basilisk. Fine.
These notes suggest they were looking for some kind of Pavon hideout.
Maybe we can achieve what they couldn't.
Let's take a look around.
Hey, look, over there. We should climb that hill,
get a better view of our surroundings.
Kneel now, rise later.
What are those weird crystals?
No idea. But, yeah, there seems to be a way through them.
Oh, this is exciting. Do you think we might find some lost treasure?
Just watch your step.
So you heard we're gonna be fighting Basilisk. That's one of the big nasty fights, like third way in the Baldur's Gate 1, depending on which area you go through. It's great XP if you can handle it. But yeah, I feel like collecting all this stupid shit. I don't think there's anything between us and them right now, I recall. Probably need this stuff for crafting later. Oh, there's buried chests up in these areas too. Okay, so here's where we're gonna be. You can already see Basilisk, right? A couple of 52s, a couple 27s. This, and this. You have to use an action to destroy them, be in range. And if you don't, they will spawn a Basilisk. I think it was every 2 turns. Yeah. Basilisks also have their ability to try to restrain you, and if you're restrained and get hit a second time, you get paralyzed. Now, I never got paralyzed. I did get restrained.
We should take a look at this.
Alright, I'm not going to be able to identify that unless I have the identify spell. I'm sure everyone's got at least a couple sources of healing. I'm going to try to bless here. Let's, well, probably need her to bless, even though I don't want her to bless. I don't know if we need to do aid. We can only get 3 people with it, but we might want to aid Jepfa. He has enhanced stuff. Actually, we're gonna have her bless. So Jepha gets it. Us, of course. caster and our tank.
Wow. Is this a Pavon nesting area? Well, there's a new stench here, and it's not the sulfur. There's something else.
Keep your guard up, everyone.
Probably could split up to try to break the nest first. About that. I don't want to cheese it too much. I mean, blessing, because you can see walking up the enemy, so I don't feel like that's cheesing. It looks like everyone's gonna get a hit them from surprise, so that's good. These things aren't gonna do anything the first turn, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna stay back for now. Or no, we'll send him over to the left because I think we're gonna get these two things out quickly. Let's put him here.
I just need to focus a little.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just damage against the trap or whatever. That's fine. I mean, I think this area is probably the best looking place of the EA. Not that I'm a fan of the green and yellow, but just the graphics. So I can hit the nest before they spawn next turn, or I can attack the dude. I think in this case, we probably don't care about getting extra damage with the dude. Probably want to go up and hit the nest. So we want to limit how many more guys will spawn. Yeah, so the guy's going to come out. We need to get at least this side of the nest done. That guy doesn't see us, but this guy does. Right? This guy sees us? I assume he does. About getting seen. Actually, we can go over here so someone else can do something too. I don't know if I really want to burn Shatter here because we have we're going to have a lot more guys later as we're trying to clear these nests out. Yeah, I think we're just going to use a regular spell. But we're still going to come over this. Well, don't worry about traps being there. Is she going to get hit by that trap? Let's not do that. Plus we'll stay in the front of Jeff. I'm going here so the other guys can't attack us as easily. Okay, I don't have a means to get over there and use that either way, so I think we can just go ahead and kill something. I mean, I feel like I wasted all the other spells though. Why does it go that far? That's the interesting part of the fight. You get restrained, and you can't get over to break the fucking nest. And if you're restrained, then these guys can paralyze you. So. I'm not restrained, but I can't get over it anyway, so. 18.
Arcana, Evo.
Yeah, I hate to do this.
Arcana, Evo, Malmis.
Well, we're getting lucky with the 20
No
so far.
quarter given.
Dean Road 1. Frosty Road 1. Agnes Road 1. Not that it did much worse, but go ahead and start walking over this way, even though it's not exactly safe for us to do that. We need to get the nest down. Now, I am restrained, but I do just need to make a save at the end of my turn. So, since I am restrained, I think we get disadvantage on attacks. But guess what? Who doesn't care about disadvantage on attacks? I don't think I need Chill of Faith. Alright, I can't get over there. I need to kill one of these guys. I think we're just gonna magic missile this one.
Right, Evo.
We do 9 damage total. Okay, perfect. Now, ideally, it would help if we could save her, but they saved. Okay, ideally, it'd help if we could get one person over, start hitting that way. But see, that's not gonna happen.
Nayorka, Evo, Malmis.
Yeah, unfortunately, I gotta protect Jupfa, so she's gonna have to hide. Two down at least. Yeah, she's the one concentrating as well, so that's her being restrained isn't that big of a deal. We can actually do that with her. She really easily incapacitated. We won't get a turn. Alright, we're restrained. They tried to paralyze us. Alright, I'll just reload this. So it did run over a trap. It's not really a big deal. It was 1 damage. We rolled a 20. I rolled 24. So they didn't get us with this power. You know, all of our characters have, you know, decent con saves. We got 16 con on the tanks. sorcerers get charisma con proficiency, so yeah, everyone's pretty decent. Alright, where am I at? Alright, we got 2 nests down. This guy walked. So they're all right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, but not close enough for a shatter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters are gonna go first. This one's incapacitated this round, so we don't really have to worry about that. I don't think they can do anything. We need probably to take one of these big guys out and start walking away.
Arcana, Evo,
This will work. Here are 2 big ones.
Malmis!
Alright, I didn't take Dazzle, did I? What did I take? Oh, Ray of Frost. Everyone Dazzle would have been useful. Well, I mean, I can still walk on this side. Get away from that one. If we kill this guy, then we can walk away next time. But I'm not going to risk getting hit. Oh, we're about to get 2 more. This is where it starts going getting a little crazy. So I said we were going to wait till level 4 for this. 99% chance to hit this dude? Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's see if we get like damage out. Perfect. He's gonna go down. He's not gonna get another turn. We're safe so he's not incapacitated, so we would take an opportunity hit, but his body hit is so high, it looks like we can move up here. Yeah, we can move over here. So the dazzle on this guy is really good, or incapacity on this guy is really good.
Nayorka, Evo.
Yeah, we got one other person's gonna go. Let's just do.
Malmis!
Now we're gonna start moving her over, even though these other guys are gonna come over. We'll leave these 2 kind of in this area. I think we'll be all right. We are still restrained.
Alright, Evo. Alright, Evo. Malmis!
Oh, I think something glitched there.
Alright, Evo. Malmis!
Alright, so it looks like something's glitched. I must have to. Unfortunately, I'm gonna get a turn though. Good for the party here. Everyone getting fucking restrained and shit. stop the incoming. I'm constantly getting restrained. Four there, two there.
Arcana Evo! Foulness!
That's where careful spell comes into play. Both will automatically succeed, and since it's no damage on a anyway, 7, 7, 13. Not very great. Why can I not target this guy? Okay, what the fuck's going on with my game here? We got plenty of resources, so we're not in bad shape yet. We should be getting a couple of guys killed this turn. Why can I not target this fucking dude? Alright, he's got 13 hit points. So if I shatter, I'm gonna hit more people, so we're not gonna do that.
Evo!
Perfect. But I cannot move, because I am restrained. She is restrained.
Neyorka, Evo! Malnus!
I gotta get this one off Jeff up, probably. Oh, I am not restrained. So I must have just made a save, didn't I? I think I'll kill it. Yep, 15. Just enough. Alright, now if it tries to get the Jeff, I got protection. So now I can move over here. And then move over here. Someone's got to start walking over this way. If I kill 3 guys this turn, 2 spawn, it's not deadly. Can I do that? Oh yeah, 20 with the staff of the deep. Yeah, we killed the big guy, we just killed the other one, and we'll kill some here. 9, 5, one shotter might do it. Still haven't killed that many. I am not restrained. But why is my shit all glitched up for my movement? Yeah, evidently something's happening. I'm glitched out. So most definitely not showing restraint. Oh, maybe because he's got me blocked in. Until he dies, I can't move out because he spawned on me. Well, we got the two big guys down. So he can start doing shit, and we will move this way for the next group spawn. Oh, I didn't realize this guy was here. Let's kill him. Damn it, I should have mentioned this. Shit, if I take the hit and risk it, I might get restrained. I mean, I do have 20 AC, hopefully it was going to be good. Yeah, because I got to get these characters over here to stop these spawns. I mean, I could have went stealth and individually moved everyone, but then the blast timer would have been going off. So I don't know, maybe you'd be better off to move like a couple over here and a couple over here to try to hurry up and just ignore the guys, and I don't know. Alright, I'm out of those. So if I hit him, I'm not going to do much. Yeah, I probably, like I said, I could have done this a little bit different, made it a little bit easier, but I'm not worried about it. It doesn't matter our time spent anyway, it's not like it's really been a major danger.
Arcana, Evo, Malvis!
Oh, it's empty. They can actually run out. Oh. Well, if that's the case, I would have just focused on killing shit if I know they can only spawn like 3 each.
I was sure.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Basically, they're just bound to fight. It's like I can't target them with melee or something. Yeah, I could have magic missile, but I was trying to see what was the bug. Met him magic points. And now that we're level 4, that ability gives us half our meta magic points back, so we get 2 instead of 1. Let's take our main action though. Now, that just got slowed down because we kept getting restrained, but we're fine. Just gotta kill these, basically 2 guys.
Arcana.
I'm getting a feeling they have high constitution.
Nayorka, evil, Malnus! Marike, evil, Malnus!
The reason chat goes by so quick is because I did turn on fast enemy dialogue.
Arcana, Evo! Arcana, Evo!
Getting good damage on those. Notice I've only took damage on him. Well, I mean, he does get his temporary hit points when cast, so. I guess I can just cast over there. Use a lot of spells.
Alright, Evo! Alright, Evo!
How foolish. Oh, it stinks even more in there. That must be where they, you know.
Come on.
I forget what. What's it?
Look at it all. It's all so shiny.
There are items here that might be of greater value to
the
historians
Rapier,
and
we can have to
Havon
use
than
that on
meets
her.
the eye.
Not as valuable as it would be to me.
Strange. The quality of the items here doesn't match with this place at all.
We can decide what to do with it later. Right now, we've got higher priorities. Let's get back.
This nest is huge.
I still find it weird for intelligent beings to sleep in that.
Maybe they feel the same about our beds.
Yeah, it seems to be bugged out. Alright, so there is a chest in here. So it's good to have some perception. I think there's only one. I'm not gonna look for no one. There's a bug where you can get stuck in here if you loot the chest over there before starting the fight. Like if you sneak in, this blue part won't show up. Because like it messes up the trigger. But you need that to be able to get out. Okay, with that, we are done with... Oh, is there... I didn't actually look. I don't think there's a camping spot back here. That, I believe, is all of the outer stuff. We could still walk around and try to find, you know, things like the Bach thing, which I haven't been able to find at all. Oh, that's right. She can't use the rapier because it's mushroom. Yeah, so I think all this stuff doesn't work, but you can see though, you don't have to like make a certain skill monkey, because you could have someone that is where he carries an amulet, a couple rings, and earrings on the helmet. Because right now it shows our helmet as part of our armor, I think, but I might not stay that way. Oh, we don't actually have proficiency in Arcana. That's right, because I took it off for sleight of hand at the beginning. So we'll see. And it's still showing 4. That's why I've been selling this shit. The only reason I keep this equipped is because it's resistant to cold. So right now we should be getting poison, necrotic, cold, but who knows. So this basically is not that useful to me right now. Could sell it. I mean, it is slashing, so you could give it to him to have a slashing weapon backup. So I guess that's what we'll do. We'll get rested up out in town. The map. I'm actually just going to leave this sitting here for you. Why IFK? Actually, I'll move back over here. As I said, I was going to do it before that fight, but I didn't end up doing that. I'll be back. I'll say 7 minutes. Alright, I'm starting to get pretty tired. Not gonna be on much longer. Plus I have to be up in 3.5 hours to get the kid up for school. I mean, I did sleep in the afternoon, so not too worried about it. Okay, so here's the deal. This actually works out pretty well because we need to come over here next. As you can see, this is all done to my knowledge that I've hit all the... I didn't like do it methodically. Yeah, I'm tired. I can't even say that. Methodically. I think I've got everything. But it's possibly missed something. As far as quest, just the main quest, and this one we still cannot fucking find for some reason. I think we're on a little disc moving around. We are not going to force march. So, we should have completed everything with Jeffa. She didn't die. Tusa didn't die. So like I said, the first thing I would do, depending on, I would look at what you, like if I was playing a greatsword build, then coming out to get the greatsword would be important. You know, I'm playing dwarfs, and naturally, or iconic weapons for dwarfs, hammers and picks and axes. You know, they used to get dwarven axes. So if you come over here and kill this guy, you know, you get, what was it, that first one? We got them all, +1. And then this guy dropped the warhammer and the battle axe. And then one of the other fights was, I can't remember which one it was. Was it the Lion A fight over here somewhere? It's one of those ones that gives the great sword. Now I have it streamed, I can always go back and go, oh, it was from this fight. Oh, you're pressing. So, and then like, well, if you're, that one comes from the Dryad fight, I believe, with the poison resist ring, which is always handy, especially if you're not playing dwarfs. And then we also, well, you get the mace one very early. Yeah, I already sold the greatsword, yeah. So that was a recent fight we had done while we were out and about. Actually, the greatsword may have came from the, we're over by the harbor, haunted harbor. So we got Staff of the Deep over there. And by the way, Staff of the Deep is worth like 1,300 almost. So you can sell it if you're not using it. Like if I needed to buy more plate mail, I could almost get a full plate mail just from selling that thing. And you just lose resistance to cold. And if you've seen, like, yeah, some stuff cast Ice Knife or Ray of Frost, but there's no high-end level 2 code spells, so... I'm seriously considering just, since how late it is,
Must be the
maybe I
Tamesh
should have
camp.
took a break. Maybe I should have just
It's
logged
very
off.
windy here. Is that normal?
But this is like 10 to 20 minutes of talking. So we're gonna lose Jeffa and then head back to town. So now we're back on the story. But you know, I've been skipping on the story because I figured if you're watching this, this is for the party, not so much for the.
Let me introduce my new friends, the
Other stuff.
Cornwalls.
Good.
But come
I
Yeah, so now we've got to go talk to people. I assume some of this, like, we're not going to make as much money when the game gets updated in EA, when the crafting comes out in a couple patches, like 6 months from now or whatever. Because we're going to be wanting to craft
Hey,
shit, so.
these are the friends I told you.
Hello.
Well, thank you.
That also
Akfa mostly sells Josh.
Some
I'm the
That's a
older.
brother. I don't. Maybe we could drop some of that shit. Would be nice. All right, we're gonna sell this because I don't think it works. The pearls. We might keep the pearls. We're not keeping a circle. Well, is it worth 350 gold or one cast of fucking scorching ray? Yeah, I think we take the money. Oh, that's a spell focused druidic. I am going to buy a few things here, so this is stuff we sold. We're going to buy these boots to give us 5 feet of movement. We are going to get 2 amulets in the final area. One gives this, it's basically this. Another one's fire. It only works once per turn, so when I had my rogue wizard and it could archery the main hand and then bonus action attack my offhand, yeah, it still only applies once per turn. So but it did work pretty well for that because it would work on the bonus action attack and so with the sneak attack, so I was still I could get like 1d6 plus 1 plus my dex mod. I think you get your dex mod. Then my sneak attack 1d6. And that's another, I don't know if it was a bug or it changed the rogues, was if this one rogue level, there was many times I was getting 2d6 damage from sneak attack. And you see this mostly stuff we've already got. The earrings, the boots of elvenkind. And this I probably wouldn't use, but I was speaking of the reason I don't use long strider, cause you can only do 1 person unless you up skill it to level 2, then you can do 2 people and it only lasts an hour. Another reason why I don't use mage armor is because when I did use it, I had it fall off on me. I used it many times, and then one time it fell off in the middle of a long fight, and I was like, it's supposed to last 8 hours, so what's going on here? It's going to fall off in fights, so I'm not going to waste a spell slot on it. I don't think we need fire resistance. So the temple only has 1 rest area, and depending on how you do it, you may have multiple big fights. I might just do them to show you the fights. Something I did to read today was like, oh, and you know, I probably would have figured this out because I figured this out for the old Cyclist building you very early on that you do right outside the city is, yeah, you until you lock yourself in there by getting the artifact or whatever, I think you can just run out and rest. You just come out and do stuff. But yeah, once you start the temple and you get the final item from the temple, then you're pretty much done with EA. You just gotta, when you leave the temple, you have a fight, and that fight goes into oh, you finished. You just have to survive a certain point until a cutscene pops up, and then it's like you've ended EA. Okay. With that said, I actually don't think I need this stuff. Yeah, so we're just gonna end up with extra money because I sure don't feel like I need scrolls or anything. How long does this last? Also, another thing about the Rogue Wizard was you couldn't scribe scrolls, so it kind of sucked because I'd pick scrolls up and I couldn't learn the spells. And I'm pretty sure they didn't change that from 5th edition. Yeah, I might go through it with Sea Invisibility at some point. You know, maybe 6 months from now. 'Cause I don't want to waste a spell slot on it. I don't think we need fire resistance. So we're just gonna end up with extra money. Okay. With that said, I actually don't think I need this stuff. Yeah, so we're just gonna end up with extra money because I sure don't feel like I need scrolls or anything. How long does this last? You know, maybe 6 months from now. when there's more content, just keeps the invisibility up on some character. Alright, let's just skip through this dialogue so I can get to bed. I'm gonna say, because the first time I did this, it bugged. I had to go back like 10 minutes. Well, this brother, sister, or whatever, this bugged out.
Hello?
I bid thee most welcome,
I
weary
said hello,
travellers.
and then
Your song brings
then
harmony to our
they were
camp.
there and they weren't
Thank
talking.
you. With
Yeah. How may I be of service?
So our request right now is to talk to the different people around town.
well,
here.
I'm not. Why?
They all suffer.
A woman? But it was, yeah, that was what they give us.
We are building.
What?
Some
Basically,
of us
everyone
used
in the main
to have
story
eye.
knows the Diorcus because it's a common name. And,
It,
yeah. Look at these cool looking
That's
things.
peculiar.
you hear it? A whistling melody.
Always looking for stuff to say, even about these damn stones.
No, it's true. Must be the wind blowing through narrow cavities.
You too? Oh, give up.
You know, I want to say there's a buried chest out in here somewhere. Almost looked like someone was there. I think it's this reflection. Alright, we're not going to talk to her quite yet.
A shrine to Aaron.
I wonder how all these religions from Timor found their way to Neokos.
The gods are everywhere. I hate those.
What?
Listen, my friends. Listen.
What do you mean?
Can't you hear?
Oh, wow.
Oh, bless.
I thought it was
The wind flows through and around these laths, bringing
can't
life
afford it.
and health to the land.
Did you.
We,
What?
The wind.
And it.
It is. No, well, I might have.
Yeah, I swear there was a buried chest down here. It's possible I just didn't perception check.
Hi there.
Fascinating. Strangers with a...
Sorry, we were.
My apologies. I bowed. I am Satina Swiftstride. They call me Shield of the Ka'um.
We're the Colwall. We'd like to ask you a few questions, if that's all right. Shield.
No. It is a name the Ka'um chose
Wait,
for
her
me,
hair changed color.
but I try my best to live up to it.
By protecting them.
Well,
book?
where I can, yes. My heart and song tell me there can be no greater purpose.
Thank you.
You said you're a sister?
So
Yes.
she's a paladin, right?
But it...
And she knows Diorcus or some shit.
No, oh,
In a way, we all elder... May I...
Hello there, stray.
Well met, Ma.
No need for all that.
So what should we call?
Old D's good enough.
As in...
Diorcus.
We are.
That'd be She had now not got the foggiest where she is right now, but yes, I know her.
So...
So I thought
So
it must be
basically, Diorcus was here
and all of a sudden she
in
up
the
and...
past, and a lot of people know her, but
So you're not...
Oh no,
a lot of this you talking, it's kind of like Baldur's Gate 3 with the tadpole.
So what's your full name? Me. Dior...
You...
So when you're trying to get cured from the tadpole, you got, well, you know, Nettie and Halson and Annie Ethel and the Crash, and it's kind of the same thing. You're walking around trying to get information about Diorcus, where she went, and a lot of people are like, yeah, I know Diorcus. Oh, it's a common name with the tribe here, or I do actually know her, and man, the boots are just fucking killing me.
Thank you for your help. Don't forget... And...
This gladdens my heart. For your song to join in harmony would be a great boon. The need of our cause
Like these
is greater than you can imagine.
These character faces, like, they look much better at Solasta 1. I mean, no, they're not Luke-capped Baldur's Gate 3 faces, but...
We think it's important. It was that might...
It was
You mean the neck?
too many.
Why do you need them?
Our goal.
What does this...
What
This
kind
is
of...
the name of the temple. Hard to
How can we
check
earn-
this.
I want it.
Can...
What?
That's right, she's not here. I forgot the second time I did this, I forgot the thing was over there.
She went to...
We're not waiting.
Let's go see...
Sure. Yeah.
Are you a friend?
What?
Alright, so basically we need to go find this chick. She's going to be our next temporary companion, but she's went to the city and we're like, oh, we should go update Rickard with our stuff. Yeah, so if you don't fast forward all that, it's just like 20 minutes. Okay, so this is pretty much the end of the stream. Like I said, I'm my back's feeling a little bit better now, so I'm probably gonna be busy getting some stuff done. It was like 89 yesterday. Yeah, it was fucking crazy. And we're kind of running low on food for some reason. Alright, so we're gonna save right here. Because at this point we don't have much left. I did say it would be 5 to 8 more hours. And how long have I been streaming? 2.5. So what we have to do is when we enter here, this place is gonna be on fire. And we have somewhat of a long fight because there's going to be enemies up on the areas we couldn't loot earlier, the top of the stuff. When we come in here and be fighting over here, there's going to be a couple guys up here. So it's going to take a while to get up there to them and kill them. This is called the Sentinel, by the way. After we do that, I believe we go back and we'll talk to Ricard, we'll talk to Sathina or whatever. And then we'll go to the temple, right? So if there's anything you want to do before you get the artifact in the temple, it basically end. Well, it doesn't end EA, but when you leave the temple, you'll have like I said, a fight, and then it's pretty overwhelming odds. You clear the first wave, a second wave comes, and you're like, what the fuck? And then, because at that point, you're probably low on resources, especially if you didn't rest it. Some people didn't find a resting spot inside the temple, so yeah. it's possible you could do like 3 big fights in the temple and then one coming out with no resources. I know I was low. Cause anyway, that doesn't matter. When the second wave spawns, you have to survive a couple rounds, and then I won't spoil what happens, but yeah, you basically hit dead in the VA, so you can't continue anymore. But I am not going to go do like a 20-minute fight here, or go do all this. And this leaves us, we'll say about an hour to do the fight and hit town and come back out to the temple. At least an hour, hour and a half in the temple, since I already know the puzzles, or how the puzzles work. I don't remember the exact answers, like, but you can, if you know how the puzzle works, it can go by pretty quick. But yeah, there's going to be a couple of fights. Might be able to dialogue a few of them, but one fight's going to be pretty nasty. And that's pretty much it. Then we'll have the final fight. So, I don't think there's any fights over here. This part I've only done once. If I do all the fights in temple, 2, 3, 4, and then the one on the way out, it's 5 fights. A bunch of dialogue. Alright, thanks for stopping in. I'm not sure when we're going to do this, but yeah, I'm hoping we can finish this all up with the next stream. I'm going to aim for late Monday night, early Tuesday morning, but I'm not going to, I'd say it's depending on how I feel from Taekwondo, and how I feel overall. But I do expect to do it by Thursday. Sometime between Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm saying Thursday at the latest, but I expect to do it the next couple days. Alright, y'all have a good day.